was walking back to the couch, and Pumpkin was hiding underneath something, and as soon as I walked by, I felt her latch around my ankles with her claws.
Welcome back to Game Over, guys! What happened to Inspector Valerti?
I don't know. He's missing?
Apparently, he's taken an informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me.
Oh, yeah?
As you probably figured, Inspector Valerti had me perform an investigation into your past. He thought you were the Viridian killer, crazy as it sounds.
I think we already caught them.
And well, I'm sorry for doing that. It was quite invasive of me, but I can't help but wonder. Why did you change your name around 1830?
It used to be Shithouse!
Good change. It's a good change. Latrine. It's an interesting name. Because I was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So when I turned up to my classes at law school, people would gulp at me, and squawk, and gawk, and quack.
Quack.
Let me be.
They would say, wow, you have big shoes to fill, and your grandfather would be proud. But I was a terrible law student. Mediocre at best. I really want to emphasize that last point. I am not great. I knew that deep down I would never be half the man my grandfather was.
Fascinating. I had no idea. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon?
Merde, yo. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution.
Robespierre. I see. Well, let's not dilly-dally any longer. We had duties to carry out.
Right! We're going to find anecdotes, and we're going to defend the king whether he likes it or not, by using bullshit!
Bullshit's all we know. Let's see, where do we want to go?
Character of the king?
What?
Where you have to defend the character of the king, right? Let's
Yeah.
go to R&M Associates.
Boo boo, boo 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 boo.
Oh shit, knock, why don't you? Oh, messieurs. Visitors. If it isn't Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson, how may I help you two today?
We are doing very well, monsieur. But we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase.
Didn't ask.
We're collecting positive anecdotes about the king. I know. Would you happen to have any?
Positive anecdotes. How curious. As it happens, I've met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Querido persona.
Oh yeah, he defended him in court. Sort of. Oh right, of course. I don't think that story would be of any use to us. Okay, never mind.
I can tell you, but there is a price.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're such a money grabber.
A fox has to eat, monsieur.
Fine, fine. How much do you want? 40 francs sound good?
10,000.
Sounds good. Sparrowson, pay the man.
I'll get my break.
I don't know how bourgeois you think we are, Falcon, but neither of us are bourgeois enough to throw that amount of cash.
No matter. I'm sure you'll think of some way of repaying the debt.
Between that and my medical bill, we should be running to afford basic things like food by the year. 4,000?
Let's not worry about the debt for now, messieurs. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the Ile de la Cite. I was in the pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket.
The king gave money to a sick beggar? Or at least someone who looked like one? That's great! We can use that!
I'm not done, monsieur. The king took the coin out and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name.
We'll leave that part out.
Then he pocketed the coin and left.
What?
And then he thumbed out one of my eyes.
Oh.
Then
I'll make a note. Gave grievous injury to a poor man.
I hope that anecdote was of some use to you, monsieur.
It might be, but I don't feel that we got 10,000 francs worth of material.
Well, listen, Mousy wasn't my first assistant. He used to have a whole family. A fox gets hungry. Keep me in mind. So Mousy can live.
We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur.
Yum,
You
yum.
too, Mousy!
That was horrible. They're all gonna tell me shitty stories, aren't they?
I sense a theme.
Ah, just the dodo I wanted to see. Madame Canel, quick question. Have you ever served the King of France?
Just gonna come right out and ask her, right?
Good one, hon. That's hilarious. Me, serving the king. Me. Would you like some wine, your majesty? I can't wait to serve the king of Denmark.
I think that was a no.
And I think you might be right. Inspector Valerti? Murr. Hello, Inspector.
Oh, he's drunk! He hit!
How can Falcon? We? I think I made a mistake.
I'll say. There's got 2 empty bottles of Russian vodka. It's a mystery how you're even drinking. You have no hands!
No, wait, listen. This is important. Inspector, maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober. No, Falcon, listen. Oh my God, Falcon, listen. I thought Falcon. I thought you were the warden. The what? The Meridian Killer, the man, that man who injured me. It is you we mission. You thought I was the Freudian killer? How did you even come to that conclusion? Listen, I thought, first of all, I love you, man. Like, you changed your name around 1830. I know, you made an assumption. Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip-off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something? I'm sorry, Falcon. It was a mistake. Oh God. Hang on. Do you forgive me? Sure.
Oui.
Yeah, sure. I forgive you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer, and then nearly killing me and Severin in order to prove it. Oh, thank you, Falcon. Now listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask of you. A favor? For you, old buddy, old pal JJ, my friend, never accused of nothing, anything.
Maybe we should learn that the inspector is a little less touchy-feely.
No, listen. Let me steady myself. I want to thank you. I must pay my debt. Excellent. So Seville and I were planning a case. A very big case. Against the King of France. We intend on trying him before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you can do that? Oh God. Inspector? President! Oh, you sympathizers for the rebel cause. That isn't treason, Inspector. We are ensuring the safest outcome to the inevitable revolution. You're treason. You are treason. You're scum.
Told you! Incoherent.
Wait, I guess you're right, Sparrow, son. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind, and once you've sobered up.
I don't think he's going to remember this meeting.
The big fellow is returned. Play some cards, monsieur.
No. I'm afraid I don't have time. Yeah.
I should have time for one quick game. See you around.
Wants nothing to do with you if you're not playing cards. Are you ready to hit the road?
Yep. Let's go.
What if playing cards with
Never.
Nah. Well, that sucked. Boop, baddy, baddy, boop. Boop, baddy, baddy, boop. Excuse me, Judge Maxime? Ah, hello, Falcon. Nice work on the catacombs business. Word has really spread about your impromptu lawyering skills. Really? I'm gaining a reputation?
Don't accidentally slip into the Fontaine voice.
I'm trying, alright?
Hey, I helped too! Fontaine.
Of course you did, Robinton?
Sparrowson!
Right, Sparrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then? No, he hasn't. How to put this, we are planning a trial of sorts. We intend on forming a case against,
The king!
Right. And,
He wants you to adjudicate!
a trial against the king? Interesting. What are his exact charges? I am not so sure, to be honest. That seems to be like Severin's territory.
What?
It was too many R's. Alright. If you aren't even sure of that, then I don't think you're quite prepared for this trial. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a little more experience. I see. Well, thanks.
Call the burn unit!
Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrowson.
What about our judge?
It doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a solid defense case for the king. We can wing it from there, right? Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judges. Just Cocorico, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather, and yet you are just not like him. Wait, you knew my grandfather? Well, I wouldn't say knew. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtrooms. But of course, I'm familiar with his work. Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis XVI, and yet here you are, rigorously working to defend your own Brian. Just like him, you would have made an excellent prosecutor. Probably because of all the people you've damned. So, why did you choose the rocky path of a private defender? Sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's about the balance. My grandfather led the way with his prosecutional techniques. I'm pretty sure the word is prosecutorial, but I'm not 100% on that. But I always wondered what the égalité was. Who speaks for the other side? That's an interesting thing you just said. Oh, just look at the time. I'm due back in the courtroom. But before I go, let me just say that I would be happy to adjudicate your trial. Falcon, there it was. A little bit at the end.
Falcon.
Falcon. Hey, listen. Falcon. Really, that's fantastic. Don't keep me on task. I don't give a shit. That's fantastic. Thank you, Johanna. It's no trouble. Brother, show me what the grandson of Maximilian Robespierre is capable of.
Called it!
Metal Gear! Next time on Game Over, guys. Here you go, Dan.
I got a cup.
Told you it was root beer.
Yeah, we called it.